So the moment I'm writing this script, I have 23 tabs open and 3 other scripts I'm writing at the side. And at the end of the day, I didn't finish none of them. So I thought, why did this happen to me every single time? Every single time I am feeling productive, I am trying to open too many tabs, I'm trying to write too many scripts at the same time. So I said to myself, it's not only me that happens to this stuff. Like, did you ever experience it like this? You are energetic, you have big ambitions, you have all ideas coming from every side, and you are trying to focus on one project, but suddenly there are million other ideas that comes to mind, and you say to yourself, yeah, I can do it all at the same time. But you know deep down, you won't. Hi, my name is Noor. I'm sports coach living in Belgium, and today's video is going to be multitasking. So in this video we will talk what's multitasking, the psychology behind it, how it hampers our productivity, and how to break the bad habits of multitasking. We all know it's a bad habit. So let's start. What's multitasking? So as the name says, it's when someone tries to do two different things at the same time. So your brain doesn't have the cognitive function to do that. You say to yourself, I can do two different things at the same time, but we all know it's not possible. At first, it seems like a great way to get a lot done at once, but research has shown that our brains are not nearly as good at handling multiple tasks as we like to think they are. In fact, it's the contrary. There are studies that show it affects our performance. So I did a lot of research on the subject. First, it was for me, but if it can help you too, why not? So first, let's talk the psychology of multitasking. You can try to multitask, but this research from Bellew shows that it lowers productivity, increases errors, slows you down, distracts you, decreases the quality of the task itself, causes stress, and leads to burnout. With all these problems, yet we keep multitasking every single day. Another study from the University of Utah found that people who try to juggle multiple tasks at once are more easily distracted, less productive, make more errors, and score lower on recall tests. Likewise, switching quickly between two projects also can impact the results of the two projects. It will be easier to finish one project 100% and the other 20%. If you try to do the two at the same time, you will hamper the result of the two, and that's bad. And this study shows that we complete tasks much more effectively when we give them our full attention. Another thing, neuroscientists caution that trying to do several things at one time or dividing our attention is impacting our ability to perform even simple tasks. So when we try to multitask, even the little things become hard. Number two, so right now we know the problems of multitasking, how it hampers our productivity. So studies show that when our brain is constantly switching gears to bounce back and forth between tasks, especially when those tasks are complex and require our active attention, we become less efficient and we are more likely to make a mistake. So the stakes are high. When we think we are multitasking, most often we aren't really doing two things at once, but instead we are doing individual actions in rapid succession or task switching. Other studies suggest that people who frequently media multitask, like listen to music while checking on their email or scrolling through social media while watching a movie, are more distracted and less able to focus their attention even when they are performing only one task. And we all know that feeling when you are watching a movie and you are scrolling on social media and you are like, yeah, what happened? Because you can't do two things at the same time. It's impossible. Even if it's 5 seconds you have to check something, you miss the best part of the movie, so you have to rewind. If you are in cinema, good luck. But what I also found very helpful was the media multitasking. When you are listening to music or something and you are doing your work, some say it's not that bad if the task is too small, like you are checking your email, you can listen some music. But when you are trying to work, when you are trying to write, you can listen a background music but not a full music because it distracts your brain. Part 3, how to break the bad habits of multitasking. First, you just have to stop to do two things that require focus at the same time. It's not that easy, but sometimes the solution to your problem is staring right in front of you. Number 2, use the Pomodoro technique. We all know the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes, 5 minutes off. You have to repeat the cycle 4 or 5 times. So you can do 25 minutes full attention to one task. Finish that. If you don't finish, take the 5-minute break and then do again until you finish that task. You have to do that way, because even if you try to use the Pomodoro technique and try to switch tasks at the end of your break, even that it will take a little bit of time to relaunch the next session or the next 25 minutes. So you just have to do one task at a time, and when you finish that task, take 10 minutes break and then come back and do the next. Number 3, batch the same task. I heard this from Ali Abdal. So if you are like a YouTuber, try to batch the things that are similar. Instead of doing research, script, film, edit, you have to do 2 or 3 videos. You have to research 2 or 3 videos at the same time. Today is only research day. After that, a day of writing. You have to write 1 video at that time, and when you finish that, 1 day of filming, 1 day of editing, like something like that. If you try to do the other way, like you want to film 1 video, so you have to research, write, film, and edit that video, and after that come back and do the cycle again. It will be very hard. So batch the same tasks every time, like I am doing today. I am filming 4 videos at the same time. That's called batch filming. This one trick helped me massively. Before, I was one of those people that tried to write, film, edit 1 video at a time, and it was draining. I was dead. Right now I have to do batch filming. I have to write 4 videos every single month. It takes time, but I like it this way. Number 4, you have to use mindfulness. Since I started meditating last October, I am a more mindful person. I know I multitask a lot, but I have to practice to eliminate it from my system. I have too much ideas when I am working, so I just have to calm down and say, yes, it's the multitasking. I know it's a problem, so finish this one. After that, we will do the other task. If you know you multitask, try to be mindful. I know I multitask, but next time I will do better. So to conclude this video, if you ever feel tempted to do too many things at the same time, try to focus on yourself. Try to say, okay, I just have to do the most important thing on the list. The other ones, I will do it when I have time. Do the most important thing, focus on it, and when you finish, you will feel like $1,000,000. Focusing on 1 task at a time can really save you time. So it pays to get into the habit of focusing 1 thing at a time, as much as possible, or as much as it makes sense to do so. And if you want to see the 6 habits I want to change this year, you can watch this video, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.